Welcome to Kens Korner Podcast Season 2. It's time. Are you ready? Now here we go with your host, Ken Judge.
Hi everyone, this is Ken from Kens Korner, and I'm very excited today. I got myself Mr. Robbie Vegas. He's a professional wrestler from Western New York. How are you doing today, Robbie?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me. Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Is your stage name, I guess your entrance name, would that be the rock star Robbie Vegas?
Yes, sir. Yes, it would.
What's the meaning behind that? Where did that come from?
Well, before I was a professional wrestler, I was a musician first, and I was a front man and a guitar player for a bunch of hard rock and metal bands. And I still am a musician, but just my wrestling schedule comes first these days.
That's great. Now I'm going to take you back to the beginning. Let's start with your how you began. Where did Robbie Vegas come? Where did you train? Give us the lowdown on Robbie Vegas.
Oh man, so 12 years ago is when I started in the pro wrestling game. So my trainer is Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings, and I trained at Buffalo Championship Wrestling. And I found it just by chance. So I actually started training somewhere else, and I didn't like it. And I found BCW, I found Brian Jennings, and he trained me for about a year. And after that year, I started getting on shows, and I only did BCW shows for the first few months, and then I started to branch out and get booked elsewhere. And when that started happening, I was still training with Brian for a while, and then eventually, when I hit the ground running, I just did a few seminars and started trying to get experience. And I'm still with BCW to this day, but yeah, I've been all over the place since then.
That's awesome. So you've had quite the start to your career. That's good to know. Now let's talk about your wrestling style. And I assume you go in as a rock star. I was going to ask about your attire and what is your ring music?
So my ring music is Livewire from Motley Crue. At least that's the one I've been using most consistently. And yes, I very much do the whole rock star thing while I'm in the ring. My black and red trunks actually are modeled after Vince Neil from Motley Crue. And then I just kind of stuck with that same model and changed the colors of them. And then I do have a couple others that are modeled after the drummer from Vixen, Roxy Petrucci. So I very much stick with the rock star thing all throughout. And as far as like an actual wrestling style goes, I would say more along the lines of guys like Shawn Michaels or Mr. Perfect or things like that.
That's great. That's actually you do have the Shawn Michaels look. I was going to say you're quite the same mold, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
close.
yeah, the sexy boy, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, you are the new Western New York Heritage Wrestling champ. Can you walk us through how that happened and who you actually wrestled that day?
Yeah, so I got the belt right here, so I'll show everybody real quick. So brand new, just won it yesterday at the time of this recording. I won it from Delson Alexander, so that was a long time coming. So I've been with BCW for 12 years, and they took a hiatus for a while. And when they came back, we all came back. And when I say we, guys like Brian Jennings, Vince Vaylor, Delson Alexander, Rex Atkins, all those guys were back. And me and Delson were a tag team for many, many years, a long time ago. And so when he won the title, it was only natural for me to chase it. So after a series of matches, we ended things in a last man standing match yesterday in Akron, New York. And after 12 years of being with BCW, I'm finally the heavyweight champion.
That's great. It's you know what it persistence is payoff, right? Patience pays off after a while. And congratulations, like that's a long road to making that championship run, and I hope it's long for you. Do you have any do you have anything? Are you going to be a fighting champion? Do you have anything coming up that you think is necessary to speak about right now?
I told everybody that I would be a fighting champion, and there's a lot of guys in BCW that I'm sure want a shot at the title. I know that Mad Dog is no pun intended chomping at the bit to get his hands on this title. So there's one. Big League John McChesney is never, ever, ever out of the title picture for long. So I'm assuming that he's going to be coming for me at some point as well. And right now, those are the guys that are on my radar, but I welcome all challengers for sure.
That's great. So you hear it, anyone, North America, around the world, Mr. Johnny, not Rob, I'm sorry. You almost look like Johnny. He went to AEW. Johnny Drip Drip, I want to call him.
Oh,
I don't, yeah. Yeah, I'd be confused there for 1 second. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Robbie Vegas is putting out there. He is a fighting champion. So if you're anywhere in this world and you're a professional wrestler, come on down to Western New York. That's what he's telling me. So I'm going to move on to something that's really caught my eye and it was pretty interesting. Your experience on Raw in Cleveland, Ohio. I was actually watching that episode. So I did see what happened with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Do you want to elaborate on that whole scene?
Well, that scene in general was a buildup. I've been doing stuff with WWE since 2018. And I've had some other segments with Rey Mysterio and Dom and Finn and AJ and all that stuff. So it kind of all just led up to the Kevin Owens thing. And yeah, I spilled ice cold water on Kevin Owens, and I almost set him off. Uh, we were trying to see if he really did have a temper, and he held it together. He just told me it was okay, and he kept on walking. So I mean, I guess he proved his point in that moment.
He did. He's our Canadian champion up here. We have our love for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn up here in Toronto. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing story. So are you planning on, or do you think that you'll have some more action on WWE, or maybe you're going to try some stuff on AEW?
I would love to do both. I'm hopeful that WWE will keep using me and keep bringing me back. I've been up there frequently and I enjoy it. It's a really good time. I love everybody there. I have been backstage at AEW for shows, but have not been televised as of yet. But I would absolutely love to continue to go there as well. And just kind of whatever happens, happens. I'm enjoying the ride, so I'm not taking anything for granted. I'm grateful for all of it.
That's amazing. Okay, I'm not going to keep you all day. I know you're a busy guy with a heavy schedule. But what I'm going to do is just going to leave the floor open for anything that you would like our viewers to hear from Robbie Vegas.
Sure. I could plug some upcoming shows and my social media. So please give me a follow on Instagram at Robbie_Vegas_official. You could also follow me on Twitter at Robbie_Vegas_. I am on Facebook under Robbie Vegas. I don't use that platform as much as I tend to use Instagram or Twitter. So, check me out there. Coming up, we will be, and when I say we, the Buffalo Wrestling Academy, where I am one of the head trainers. Myself, Delson Alexander, and Invincible Vince Vaylor are the three coaches at the Buffalo Wrestling Academy. So you could reach out to me if you're in the area or really anywhere. We have one student that comes from Pennsylvania to train with us. But you could reach out to us about the Buffalo Wrestling Academy and follow us also on Instagram and Twitter. And this coming weekend, which is the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd, we will be appearing all 3 days at the Nickel City Comic Con and Horror Fest. July 16th, I will be with Empire State Wrestling. Trying to think of what else I have going on. August 19th, I know I have Extreme Wrestling Force in the Canandaigua area of New York, and it's an ECW reunion. We got Angel Orsini, Just Incredible, Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, Pitbull, all kinds of ECW guys are going to be there. August 26th, Buffalo Championship Wrestling returns to the FJ Donovan Post in Cheektowaga, New York, and I will be defending my newly won West New York Heritage Championship. So you could check me out there. September 2nd, I will be back with Extreme Wrestling Force, and that will be with Mandy Rose and Rhino. So that's going to be a big one. So check that out. And I forgot Speedy Fest, Excite Wrestling, Binghamton, New York. That is SummerSlam weekend, all 3 days. You can come check out Matt Cardona and Kurt Angle. and I will be there as well. So that's just a few things off the top of my head, but just follow me on social media because I'm posting flyers and I'm posting music and I'm posting podcasts. You can follow my podcast, All Bets Are Off, ABAO Pod across the board on social media, where we interview pro wrestlers, rock stars, and horror movie actors.
That's amazing. Now, Canadian promoters, you heard his info. Please get this man up here in Canada. I would love to see you up here, Robbie Vegas. I
You
would
know,
definitely come to the show.
I would love to come back to Canada. I used to wrestle up there pretty frequently. It's been a minute. I think I might be in talks with a Canadian company right now about a September date, but I don't want to plug it just in case. But when I get final confirmation, I will be posting about it, and I'll be sharing the flyer and all that stuff. And from what I remember and what I understand, they're in the Hamilton area. So,
Oh, that's a great area. I love going down to Hamilton. The shows are great. The fans are even better, and
mhm.
it's a lot of fun. I hope you get and make your way up there. I've been this is Ken, and I'm on Ken's Corner, and I've been blessed and honored to be on with Robbie Vegas, the new Western Heritage Champion in New York. I'm sorry, the Western New York Heritage Champion. That was a mouthful, but I got it out.
I know it is, but look
Sorry,
it's such a beautiful title too.
that's WWE style right there. That's amazing
Yeah,
looking title.
yeah.
One day you'll hold one of them. You take out Roman Reigns on his 3000th day, I believe.
That's right.
You have a great day, and remember, hit us up on YouTube and follow us and subscribe. We've been here today with Robbie Vegas. Thank you so much for coming on, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me. And you just reminded me to tell everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because I'm trying really hard to be active on it because I never was before.
Yeah, I know it's hard to build up on the YouTube channel. I'll tell you,
It
Facebook
is.
seems to be a little bit more given.
Agree. I agree. And you know what? While you're at it, check me out on Apple, Spotify, Google, and Amazon Music, and you can find all my music out there.
That's awesome. I'm going to be looking you up. Thank you so much today for your time.